my chat window up. So if you have any questions, type them out. And when I get a chance to glance, get those questions answered. Okay, recording has started. Hello, current and future viewers. I'm Tyler with the training team at Big Hairy Dog. Today we're going to talk about customer sales orders, the different types, and their fulfillment process and other tools associated with them. I have Ben on today, a single attendee at the moment. More people may join. This meeting is recorded, as are all of our webinars. For your reference, please feel free to visit our website in the future to view the recording. That said, we're going to hop right in and talk about customer orders today. Customer orders in QuickBooks Point of Sale take three forms: sales orders, layaways, and work orders. We can utilize these in several different ways. A sales order is pretty straightforward. We can use this for back order or for special order items. If we need to order something from a vendor, we can do layaways where the customer may request a product that's in stock, make payments over time, and come pick it up a little bit later. And then work orders, which are used for services such as repairs, alterations, warranty service. We'll try to get to work orders a little bit later, but our main goal today is to focus on some sales order and layaway processes. So that said, let's go ahead and create a new sales order. Of course, one of the first things you'll want to do is enter a customer. Paisley Mullaney is our mascot, lovely Old English sheepdog. If you have customer info or shipping info entered for the customer, it will pull it over here. Right now, I don't have any info for Paisley, but I have decided that she needs a new pair of boots. So we'll go order navy blue pair of size 8 Doc Marten boots for Paisley Mullaney. It's just like any receipt or other document. You open the document from the relevant menu, select a customer, select a product. Okay. Couple of the special features here are this is not taking product directly out of inventory. It is committing it out of inventory though. So you will see a due quantity. However, the product is not removed or sold until we complete this sales order as an actual sales receipt. Okay, so for now, Paisley is due 1 pair of boots. Paisley is going to give me a deposit, one of the critical pieces of sales orders. If someone's going to request a product ahead of time, we would like some guarantee that they're going to come and pick it up. It's a justification to take it off of our shelves. From the I want to menu within our sales order, simply click Take Deposit Payment. I think 10, 15% is a decent enough deposit. We will tender that as cash today, although the deposit tendering screen will work for whichever tenders you have set up and integrated. At a base level, Paisley has agreed to pay a $50 or a $20 deposit, handed me a $50 bill. I give Paisley the $30 back, except I have a $20 recorded deposit on this sales order now. Okay, so Paisley paid her deposit. We're going to move this product to our shelf for layaway or sales order to be picked up. Take it off the store floor. Make sure that we hand our customer the relevant change in this case. And as we see, our balance due on the sales order has, of course, dropped down, taking into account the 20% deposit that we took from Paisley. Right. The customer does have the ability to make multiple deposits. If you'd like to set up a payment plan with them, you can take $20 a week at your discretion. the scheduling of payments is not handled within point of sale at this time, but we can create that schedule still verbally with our customer and take multiple deposits as long as we need to. We also have the ability to refund a deposit, the eventuality that they cancel their order. This is all out of the I want to menu, well, in the sales order itself. And we can view a history of payments. If Paisley wants to know, what day of the month did we make that payment? We'll go to payment history and see all the relevant information. Again, we can apply a new deposit or refund this existing one. Simply highlight and select refund. $20, cash, great. I just clicked that quickly. The save and update or save and print button may be what you use for your process. Clearly no need for me to print anything today. And we have returned the deposit. Now, I'm not going to mark this as closed. We're not canceling this. That was just to show you the quickness of taking a refund for a deposit or providing a refund for a deposit. But generally, we can assume that a customer will make a request and be willing to pay their $20 deposit and will pay in full when they come to collect the product. Okay, that is considered fulfillment, providing the final product to the customer and of course collecting their final payment. All right. Quick note, you will have the ability to view a list of existing sales orders in the Edit Sales Order window. You can copy a sales order. You can create a new. You can, of course, navigate back to another part of point of sale. But otherwise, most of our relevant functions are handled in the I want to menu. So at this point, we would want to fulfill this. And pardon me for scrambling for just a moment. I was expecting a button that said fulfill. But we all know that what we want and what we get doesn't always occur. Sell item, that's what it should say. I'll take a brief moment to comment about special orders for products that we do not have in inventory, whether we need to create the item in inventory or simply make a special order from a vendor. We can generate a sales order and then in turn generate a purchase order to make that special order happen. If we have a special size that we don't stock or anything like that, a sales order can be used to reference and create a purchase order for that purpose. Let's go to take deposit payment again, and let's collect our remaining balance. Okay, I have accepted, save. I continue to not see the option to convert this to a sale at this time. So we have collected payment in full. Yes, we're not going to pay out. To the current and future viewers, pardon the stumbling block here. We learn together sometimes. That's the way it works in retail. Let's, instead of going to I want to make a sale, let's go ahead and hop over to a receipt. And put in Paisley again. Paisley does have a sales order that we want to convert into a final sales transaction. Okay. Let's back out. Huh. Well, folks, I will tell you as it's been described to me, and it is now behaving the way we expect it to. You should not have to collect payment in full on your sales order. A simple deposit will do the trick. From the I want to menu, we will select sell items. This will achieve the conversion of the sales order into an actual receipt, and it will take the due quantity listed as sold and take it from inventory. Not committed anymore, but actually sold. Okay. Select all. If you have multiple items, you may fulfill them individually. We are going to take the single item. You have the ability to sell Paisley some shoe shine with her new boots at this transaction screen if you would like. Simple as selecting yes at that previous prompt. And here, since there is no amount due, all we have to do is save and print, save an email, or save only. Okay, and this transaction and that sales order will now be fulfilled. Let's go look at our sales order list out of point of sale. And this has now been 100% filled. And at this point, you are actually welcome to delete the sales order. No necessary reason to track that this ever was a sales order. Might help you keep your list clean. The actual transaction information occurred at the point of sale receipt level. So we would consider this a planning document, right? It plans for the sale. It will commit the quantity out of inventory where relevant, but it will need to be converted to another order. But at this point, it's 100% filled, that is not unfilled. No balance due. This could be easily deleted. No repercussions except to clean up your list of existing pending orders. Let's look at this other one. Similar story. I sold Paisley some boots and collected a $10 deposit. With it selected, highlighted, this light gray color, we can edit the sales order. And in the perfect world, here we go. We've only collected $10 at this point, but we can go to I want to sell items, select all or select the relevant ones, either enter a doc quantity or select all as relevant. So you see the doc quantity updated. Want to sell additional items? Please do. Otherwise, we will take Paisley's Visa to complete the transaction. And this order is also fulfilled. So friendly reminder, oops, wrong button. Sales order list, friendly reminder that once a sales order has been converted to a receipt, the product has been sold, payment is taken in full. You may come back to the sales order list, check and double check that they've paid off the remaining balance due and that there's nothing left unfilled, and go ahead and delete it. Clean list of sales orders. All right. This point, I'm going to exit the list. Let's go to home and we'll make a layaway order. A layaway is useful for longer term planning. Often we would sell in stock items as a layaway. paid for in a series of deposits. I don't think there's anything that would prevent you from doing that with a standard sales order, but the intention of a layaway is just that. Commit a product, take deposits, take payments, and go about your business. Don't release the product until they've paid in full again in installments. Let's enter Paisley again. Maybe we'll do Penny, her little sister, our new puppy in the office. Penny doesn't wear a size 8. Penny is already bigger than her sister. Ha 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 ha, no. Penny would probably wear a size 7. And let's sell her 2 pairs. I know she likes the black, but those red boots are beautiful. Okay, for layaway, I clicked the wrong button here. I accidentally clicked add new item. Don't get confused. We wanted to click select. We're going to sell black, and we're going to sell the red. These red Doc Martens are quite pretty. Acquired taste, though. Okay. For a layaway, there's nothing particularly special here. A brief side note, you can add instructions if you need to help your associates day by day know that, next payment due. Anything you would like to list. Show up in our instructions here. Handy if you are checking a list of outstanding orders each day. Come in, look at the instructions. At this point, Penny has not paid a deposit yet. So we will take a deposit. Note that these are grayed out because the assumption is with a layaway that the product is in stock and in your inventory already, okay? So we won't be creating special orders. We won't be creating new inventory with the layaway. If you wish to create new inventory or a new item for a customer sales order, a special order, you would create a general sales order and then generate a PO to make that special order happen from your vendor. The layaway, though, we're just collecting deposits. I required 10% down, and he was kind enough to give me $30. Okay, so we have our $30 deposit. We can, of course, print. As you saw, I clicked save, but we can save and print if we need to provide a record of this deposit and transaction to the customer. We'll pretend that it's the 8th. Penny is due for another payment. I don't have to open this any further, although I can click edit layaway. As long as I have it selected with our little selection arrow and the highlighting visible, I can just find Penny's order and collect another deposit. Okay. This is where payment history is quite useful. If you have a payment program that you've decided upon with a customer, the system will not be generating reminders necessarily for you to collect those payments. You will have to know that you have a plan in mind, but you can absolutely view, were they late? Were they on time? And you can refund specific payments. If, for example, I ran it as a credit card or ran it as a check and the check bounced and they decided to just give me cash. No questions asked as long as you pay me. But here you have the ability to quote unquote edit the payments in history. You can't actually edit this payment. You would have to refund and do a new deposit. Here they gave us another $30. They paid for it on a credit card. Save and print again to provide a copy of the payment of the transaction to the customer, or just save to go about your business. We now see that they have a balance of $60 paid, $201 remaining. There's not particularly a lot of difference. It would seem that I misspoke, we can generate a PO once we have a deposit taken. I would always direct my attendees to the help menu for QuickBooks Point of Sale. If any of my definitions are not as complete as you would like, there is very thorough documentation within the software. The help menu will always open in context to what you are working on, and frankly, for most of my webinars, I rely heavily on that documentation. That said, we can keep taking deposits ad infinitum until they've paid off the product. And alternatively, we may just sell the items. They said, hey, I'm ready to pick this up today. I know we said we had a payment plan, but do you have it in stock and can I pick it up? Of course. I want to sell item. Maybe Paisley only wanted to pick up one of the pairs of boots today. Okay. Paisley has put in a deposit. I'm sorry, Penny has put down a deposit on her 2 pairs of boots. So QuickBooks Point of Sale will prompt you to utilize the deposit on this layaway. Since we had 2 items, that's why it's prompting. If it was a single item, it would automatically apply your deposit. Yes, I want to apply my deposit. Now, of course, this is going to apply against the sales order, but so will the remaining payment taken. The deposit will likely zero out, but the balance due on the sales order will adjust accordingly. We'll put it on Penny's Visa again. Save. If we were to go back to our sales order, our layaway list, we now see that this is 50% filled or unfilled. There is no balance remaining because we've applied that to the payment. And the balance due is for the 1 pair of shoes that has not been committed. So we make the sale and we say, hey, we applied your balance and you may not be doing this. You may wish to keep the balance on the sales order until completed. I think that would make most sense for most retailers to not use balance for half of the sale. But here we can absolutely say, hey, you know you're picking up this product today. If you want us to keep this other pair of boots on order for you, we need another deposit. So they slip us a 20 and leave happy with their first new pairs of boots. That is until they try them in and realize how long it takes to break in a pair of Doc Martens leather boots. But it's the price we pay. They sure are comfortable after that. So it's a 50% filled item. We've collected another $20 deposit on it. We see our balance due has changed. Our unfilled percent has not. We have a deposit again. And at this point, if we were to sell the product, the deposit should be applied automatically. Select all. Yes, with the remaining single quantity item, it automatically applied our deposit. Paisley wants to pay it off in full. Fantastic. This order is now 100% fulfilled. I was expecting something different. Layaway list. There we go. 100% filled, nothing remaining due. Again, for the sake of cleaning up your lists, this is not a functional document for accountants. It's reportable. So this will be at your discretion if you anticipate reporting on sales orders and special orders and layaways, you may not wish to delete. But that said, if you do, there is no more accounting information associated with this. The order has been converted to a sales receipt. You are good to go. It looks like my attendees have dropped off. I don't have any pending questions in chat at the moment. So that may be the beginning and the end of this discussion. I'm going to take a quick pause here, try to fill some time with extra information for future viewers who view the recording. But take a moment to get a cup of coffee, and I'll give you some more information shortly. I would like to point out that the columns in my default version of point of sale do not include some important information: sales associate, promotion, quantity due, shipping method, sales order type, and the status. Status is an interesting field. You may have other uses for these others, but let's load up our grid. And we can see this is an already filled order, but we can see that we have the option to change it. Closed occurs when fulfillment reaches 100%. That is, we've collected all funds, we have converted to a sale. The order is closed. A closed order can be deleted safely. Pending could be used when you need to take a hiatus, or if you're waiting for the next payment. And open is straightforward. Full editing capability. We can build out an order over time, potentially a wish list or a registry for a customer. Create an open order, build out the items, put it on pending. You may manually give it a name, so we know that this is layaway or penny. Then I could potentially put this on hold. You could call it a wish list for penny. I could make this pending sales order and keep building it over time. And then create a sale for individual items. Did I spell that right? It looks funny. You know, load up a sales order with multiple items, and you can sell them one at a time, or you can sell them in bulk. You know, create a payment plan with your customer, collect weekly or monthly deposits. Again, this has been fulfilled, so no payment available here. Friendly reminder that payment history is available. So we can see that deposits were made. We refunded a deposit at one point. May have been a different order. And then we also see the difference between the ringing them up as sales and the actual payment. So what this is actually saying is that a prepayment as the deposit has been applied to this transaction. Okay, they made a $60 deposit. We applied it to the transaction. Right. Doesn't quite correspond to our 120 here. We took $80 worth of deposits. That's what you'll be looking for primarily in this view, is you want to see, you know, well, this customer has mostly paid off this product. I better make sure I keep it for them. Oh, this customer has not made a deposit since March 1st. It's been 2 months and we haven't heard from them. Maybe I should call. You know, I can't just take their money. Deposit would be considered a liability because you haven't exchanged the good to them yet. So do what you need to, be diligent. You know, we won't be taking our customers' money, but there may be scenarios where you need to select or to view the payment history and act accordingly, whether that's contacting the customer or what have you. Another quick break while I pull up some more information about other information. One thing to talk about would be committed quantities or available quantities. So let's exit this. I'm going to cancel, ignore the changes I made. And I'm going to build a new sales order. By the way, work orders also take deposits and convert to sales. I will cover that if I have a little bit of time a little bit later. Let's find some vans. Full disclosure, I own one pair of Vans and one pair of Doc Martens. No Nikes, it's not my thing. I like these. Okay, so I have one ordered, one due. This hasn't been fulfilled yet. Of course, it's brand new. I haven't entered a customer. We'll sell myself something. I know I need new Vans. Not my size, but that's okay. Demonstration purposes. So of course our tax is calculated in our total amount here, and we'll have to collect in full. But I wanted to talk about availability checking. So item list, not what I wanted to do. View store quantities. So one way that we can see what we have available. Okay, quantity on order, quantity pending. Let's go back and save our sales order. We'll take another $20 deposit on this. Because the order was not saved, it will not show against our available quantity. This time I took a deposit, it automatically saved for us. Okay. Let's see if we go here. Nope, no availability checking there. Items, we had item number 23. I'm going to highlight that. Go to the item list. Still highlighted. Here's my selection down here. I want to view store quantities. Here we see quantity on customer orders, quantity available. So we know that for availability purposes, the system will note an item on a customer order is committed, is not sold and taken from inventory yet. That's why on hand is still 10. But where applicable, where it shows up, you will see an available number reflecting subtractions for what is on order. Okay. These are more for the purchasing process. This does not refer to on a customer sales order. This is on a purchase order. So I don't have any of these on order from the vendor. Nothing pending because this is an active open order. If the sales order was pending, it would show up here and likely not be committed because the pending order would not be planned on being fulfilled soon. Okay. To the way that I got to this screen from our sales order was switch to item list, find our relevant item, 23. It's mad at me. Okay, again, several ways in QuickBooks to view the information. So I went to the item list. I want to show hide details, and I now see on-hand quantity and available quantity. There are other methods, other routes that we can take to get to the same information. Let's view our open sales orders and mimic what we did this last time. Double click. I want to find items, go to item list, and now I can check this product. I've just added it to my PO or to my sales order, but there are a few ways to check availability. I'm not doing the feature justice at the moment, but would be happy to work with anybody who had questions about that. If they need to make the committed quantities and available quantities in inventory more visible. Orders are great for planning. They will help you make sure that you have product on the shelves as well as allocated for your special orders. And availability checking, that available column can also help you prevent selling product that has already been collected with a deposit. I would highly recommend to have a section of the store by your counter in the back room where product that is ordered is separated from the floor inventory so nobody can pick it up and we don't have to tell them, oh, that's not actually available. Say it would always be in folks' best interest to have a customer order shelf or stock room or section in the stock room to store items that are committed on sales orders. Okay. There is a method to set reminders that is for back order items. The system is able to generate a reminder to fill a customer order when a product is received from back order. Okay. We'll take a deeper look at that in a moment if we need to. I'm going to cancel my changes on this one. And let's look at special ordering for merchandise. Okay. A new special order item. Here we can create a new item to be ordered by a vendor and enter it straight into the PO. I want a big hairy dog mouse pad. And my shoe store doesn't store these. It's gonna cost me $3 from Big Hairy Dog and I mean, I'm a shoe store. Why should I have a mouse pad? You're getting it for 15 bucks from me. But it's Big Hairy Dog. It's cool. They're the cool hip company with the holding the sheepdog logo. So people are willing to pay for our mouse pad, right? Enter your relevant information. There are custom fields that we're not going to go into today. What we consider UDF, user-defined fields. Just good for extra information if you need to know more information about the product that you're putting on special order. If it's not something that can be listed in a descriptive field like attribute size or the item name, you have plenty of custom fields that you may define and utilize for that purpose. I want to make sure that this is taxable. I'm not selling produce in California, right? When I save and select my special order item, uh, it tells me that I have an existing mouse pad because it's such a great example. Great. Oh, and those lucky folks. It's not even $15 anymore. Okay. Couple of quirks here I wasn't anticipating. It took my new and improved price and applied that to our sales order. But just know the whole goal here is you can create a special order for a customer, create a new special order item, and potentially generate a PO for that product as needed. Okay, let's look at what we've got open still. Selling myself some vans. Let's see. Oh, that's a size, not a color. I want to order a t-shirt with my shoes. Give it the relevant information. Order cost is, not 80. That's a crazy t-shirt. I'm not that cool. And I don't have any on hand. I could put in a vendor UPC at this time. But for now, I'm just entering the special order item. Go. Logo t-shirt, special order. And I need to generate a PO and order my new t-shirt. I want to generate a PO. One in the dot quantity, a new PO. Send it to the vendor. Print a copy so I can send it. Email a copy so I can send it. Conveniently enough, as part of the sales order process, I can create an item, generate a purchase order, and email it straight to the vendor before the customer even leaves the store. Say, all right, that's ordered. I do not have a printer. We can ignore that. Cancel because I'm not going to be printing this. Of course, you'll probably want to take a deposit on the order before you ship it to the vendor. And with a special order item, you probably want to take your deposit in full. Say, hey, I'll order this from the vendor, but I don't want to, risk having product that my store doesn't have shelf space for. Uh, Please provide a payment in full for your special order item. Collect that payment and notify your customer when it arrives. All right. Well, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about without an open field for questions today. So I'm going to end this webinar and this recording. I do encourage you all, if you are working with this process and wish to find more information or adapt it with new tips that you did not find in our training webinar today, to go to the built-in help tools, QuickBooks Point of Sale. And my, oh my, there is more information than I could cover in 2 hours with demonstrations. Admittedly, we are at 50 minutes today, but I was hoping for some real world questions. Didn't get any from my attendees. I didn't think I was that boring. Uh, that said, I highly recommend you lean on the help document within QuickBooks Point of Sale, potentially quicker than getting an email out to Big Hairy Dog. Although, of course, if you run into any questions with this or any concerns, give us a call, give us an email. We'll get on your system and help you figure out the new process for your business. All right. I appreciate you joining or viewing and getting some use out of the information I shared today. If there's something you would like to see in a webinar, go ahead and send it to our service team. They will discuss it and try to get something scheduled in the future. That email address is service@bighairydog.com. If you have support questions, tech@bighairydog.com. I think you all know our phone number for immediate support that's available at the website, bighairydog.com. Keep an eye out for future webinars. I will be continuing to host a series on QuickBooks Point of Sale. If you have questions about the QuickBooks Point of Sale and Intuit situation as of spring 2023, please reach out to my team. Service at Big Hairy Dog, tech at Big Hairy Dog, sales at bighairydog.com. All of us are prepared to help you discuss the imminent changes from Intuit in their QuickBooks Point of Sale software. We are going to keep making webinars with the intention of supporting this software for the foreseeable future. So please attend our webinars. We are going to keep supporting you. We're going to keep trying to teach you what little else there is for you to learn after your initial training. But yeah, please feel free to reach out, get involved with us. Let us know what you want to hear about, and I will talk to you all on the next one. Have a great day. And again, my name is Tyler with the training team. Hope I did you justice. Just send us a memo, send us a note if you have any further questions or want to see something in the future. Thanks again. Have a good one.